assess the way you guys played tonight?
It was tough. We didn't get some bounces, and then we just didn't respond after they scored against us. We didn't have the energy we needed, so it was a tough game for us. But we'll have to get back after it. There's the 2 games before the break.
What did Tech do so well in the third period?
You know, I thought just the whole game they were kind of just all over us, and we didn't have the answer. They did a good job of taking time and space away, and that was key. And we didn't get in on the forecheck and stuff like that. So.
And how were you able to score that goal in the second period?
You know what? It was mostly Johnny Schilling. I was just lucky enough to throw it on net and went in somehow. So good things happen, I guess.
It looked after that goal like that actually gave you guys a little bit of a spark. I mean, did you feel that? I mean,
oh yeah. I mean, you know, anytime anybody scores, especially the first goal, it definitely gets the guys going. Opens the floodgates a little bit. And you got to gain some confidence from that. So it's nice to be able to do that.
But having said that, didn't get another goal, and it looked like you guys kind of.
Right.
Tell me if you agree or disagree. You guys kind of fell back into the way you were playing before that.
Yes and no. I think you know, we had moments that we were going after that, but we really didn't get a steady flow of good forecheck and good energy.
Seemed like their guys are just always in the right spots. Is that kind of what it was like for you dealing with them? And so how frustrating is that?
That's frustrating, and that just happens when they're just all over you, and they take that time and space away. You know, they get the bounces, and you're kind of on your heels, and it kind of just ends up like that.
Anything else?
Yes, please. Can you just talk a little bit about the emotion of this weekend? It's third place playing second place in your barn, and can't get any points out of it. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's definitely frustrating, disappointing too. I know a lot of the older guys are not happy. Those are big games, especially against a team right above us in the standings. We've been doing well, so it was important to keep that going into the break and get some momentum. But disappointing, but you know, we have some things to work on after that, and we'll get back after it.
And what do you feel like you need to refocus?
You know, if we just gotta follow the game plan. There isn't really anything special that we gotta do. It's just the basics. Like I said, forecheck. We gotta get in on a forecheck, and that's how our team gets our momentum and stuff like that. Nothing special, but just the little things we gotta get back into.
Anything else? Questions for Coach?
Chris, how much of the game was what Tech's defense did in your ability to score?
I think tonight a lot of it. I thought we had effort. I mean, at least more effort than we had last night. I think tonight a lot of the credit goes to Michigan Tech and the way they defended.
And what was the hardest part of playing against them?
Honestly, Zane, for me, it feels like they've got 7 guys out there. They're just every inch on the ice is difficult. The D do a great job of controlling time and space. In areas where it seems like other teams we have time and space through the neutral zone. Sometimes in the offensive zone for us, they really defend well as a team, and it's not like pack it in defend. I mean, they had 31 shots, so it's not like they're not playing the game forward. It just seems like every time we turn, there's a black jersey there, and we weren't able to solve it.
Seemed like all their lines kind of play the same way. They're always in the right spots. They all just do the right things. And you can't really key on one line. I mean,
Yeah,
do
no,
you
for sure.
agree?
If anybody knows this team, Michigan Tech's team, the last 3 years, 4 years, they've had, the Kiros and the Petelas and the Johnstons, and then all of a sudden, then you go to Patan and Gould last year. This year's group was by committee. I mean, Leibringer, I think, is a defenseman. Came as a D, number 6, playing forward. Neville and Sturos, and I mentioned them last night, and I liked our effort tonight. So, but it does seem like they play the game the same way. They're all on the same page, both defensively and offensively. They've got some, I think, a really good group of D that join the rush and make it difficult to defend rushes, because it seems like, again, they've got an extra guy every time. We tried to prepare our guys. Ultimately, we didn't do a good enough job of preparing them from an X's and O standpoint, and then we just didn't execute well enough. But again, a lot of that goes to our opponent. They did a good job, and I thought they played a great road series when this was second versus third coming in, and they were the better team this weekend.
You're obviously going to focus on your group, but is it a case of, like, you can point to these games and say, like, remember what these guys did?
Yeah.
You had to do.
Well, I mean, we won't do it. We'll do it in terms of, I think, a mindset, even though I don't know exactly what their mindset was. I'm basing the results over the last 2 games and the way they played for 6 periods on what I think their mindset was coming in. They've had a long first half of travel. This trip was a long trip. We scored 2 goals at home over the course of 6 periods. It's not very good. Last night we lost our composure, lost our discipline, didn't put out much of a fight. Tonight I thought there was fight in us, and our discipline was much better. Just weren't able to create a whole lot. So what I think the example we use is, you want to be a champion. You go into weekends like this, and you have to have a championship mentality. And that's not what happened this weekend for us. So that's the example we use. We won't say we want to play like them.
Yeah.
We'll say our approach needs to be like a Tech, like a Mankato, like a Ferris. These are the people that have won championships in this league since it's changed 3 years ago. I talked about it all week long. They're a program we want to be like. There's only a rivalry if it's a give and take. There hasn't been a whole lot of giving for us. We've been taking a bunch. So it's a rivalry because we want to be where they are.
Chris, is your reset then for this week more of a mental one than, today you had better fight, you had better effort, it just didn't translate. So is it more mental than
100%, John. 100%. So because the next 4 days from Sunday from a preparation standpoint, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they've got exams, and they're going to have to do what they need to do to take care of that. There are going to be some exams that we take with us and proctor on the road and do whatever we need to do. But hopefully by the time we get on the bus Wednesday, a lot of this stuff will be behind them. So our reset, we may not be able to push that button until Wednesday at 4 o'clock when we get on the flight. And we'll have 8 hours of flying time plus just over 24 hours to prepare mentally to reset and go back to work. I don't think there's any other way. Beating them down and trying to jump into this too quick from a reset standpoint, I think is a mistake on our part. Yes, we want to put this behind us, but these boys are students, and there's some things to take care of from a student perspective. And the schedule is what it is, and we have to find a way to hit that reset button. You're right. I just don't think it can be until midday Wednesday. Because I think for the next while they're going to focus on school.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I'm thinking the reset you're not going to do is, man, we've got to blow up lines. We've got
No.
You see what
From
I'm
my
saying?
perspective?
Yes, sir.
No. From my perspective, no. I hope. I still think I've got a lot of growing to do and a lot of maturing to do as a head coach. But we went into the third period, both nights at home, tied with a really good team, and we found a way to lose games. I don't think it's time to go to go crazy. We challenged the group. We went after the seniors a little bit this morning, in particular the 3 senior forwards. I thought they responded pretty good with a better effort. Didn't get anything to show for it. We're just going to have to rely on all the work and all the things we've done, all the lessons we've learned over the course of time. And I don't just mean this year, I mean over the course of time. And we will reset together. It won't be me flicking a switch or trying to conjure up something by changing lines or something like that that's going to reset this group. We've got 2 games till we get a good rest. And we will find a way to make sure we're ready to go come Friday night puck drop. And that's what it is.
Anything else? Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good.